invited, I guess. Or was there a qualifier? I don't think there was. Alright. FoCuS starting in the top left of AI against Lucifer. Going for the Ted Fiends here with a fast hero, later Fiend build. As I said before, FoCuS, he's very well versed in this matchup. Against Happy, he has been forced to step up his game consistently. Currently, he is drawing the shorter end of the stick most of the time, and I'm gonna limit this time frame to like the last 2 months. Happy has really had his number, but as I said, on Wednesday, he defeated Happy in a best of 3. To be fair, however, there was a lot of ping issues going on that day, which certainly played into it. One tactic that FoCuS likes to go for a lot, on AZ especially, is like some Zapper speed scroll. I almost said bullshit. Abuse. And that can also be done here. If you creep this red camp, it opens up a lot of opportunity for some Zapper harassment. I think it was WFZ who first did this creep camp here. Fast DK, go into this one with 1 ghoul. That delays your tier 2 tech by a little. More than just a little, I guess. But you get a big item with a claws and a lot of experience as well. Blade Master, I think he found a ring probably. Because he has a circlet here, which I imagine he bought. Or did he? I don't think so, actually. Alright, and already he's opening up the Warlord at the very least. He's not going to be able to creep this entire camp, but he's going to snipe a big item from the opponent's side of the map. FoCuS, in all of Warcraft currently, he's the guy who puts the most emphasis on sniping items all over the map. And he can be rewarded with a great one here. Healthstone, very, very good. Orc heroes in the late game, especially the Blade and the TC, find themselves in trouble a lot of the time. I think especially against... I keep thinking... Oh, that's why I keep thinking it's WFZ. Because I typed WFZ there. Whoops. Yes, I'm sorry guys. There we... Well... There we don't go. There we go.
A player's forces are under attack.
Aha! Now we got it. Blade's gonna get the next item. He's level 2, but he may be forced to lose his grunt here for this. There's only 1 coil remaining though. So with... Oh nice, the scroll speed will actually save him. But what about the Blade Master? There's no dust here, so he's actually safe. Could have been scary. I guess he would have survived 2 coils, plus he had the Healthstone, plus he had heal salve, so he was probably safe. But still. Hard skips a beat right there. Tier 2 is done for the Orc. Going for Fortress and Bestiary. Before the second hero, and that is because Orc borrow late. Now it was pointed out to me on Wednesday that this might even be intentional, being supply stuck here for a little, because you want to rush tier 3 and bestiary faster. I still think that's a bad idea, because Shadowhunter is so good, the earlier you have him the better, and there he's coming now. And once again, we have FoCuS stealing some creeps and items from the opposite side of the map, finding more survivability with a Periapt. Not wrong at all. On the Blade Master or on the SH can be very good, perhaps even on the TC. Periapt, in certain matchups, I think very, very underestimated. WZ is not going... What is this? And it's Lucifer still, I'm sorry. He is going for a super early sacrificial pit. That's new. That is very new. He makes it before the slaughterhouse. The Lich is out now. He's gonna creep the middle here. Creeping continues with a few ghouls. Here now is the SH. But he used a lot of those grunts' health without heal salve, so now he has to heal up That's gonna delay the SH's creeping. Oh, Blade Master though has a lot of mana. This might be honestly the TP forced. Oh, doesn't try for it though, surprisingly. Frost Armor is now on him. Uh-oh, with the SH coming in, this could be the kill. Scroll of Speed on him. Should be good enough. Oh my god, and he gets it. DK is dead. No way to get the Fiends out, and that's it already. GG. That was a very simple game. Level 3 Blade Master in the early game has so much damage output. And when the DK is low, that's where it can end. That was a very weird game. Thank you very much, Urzak WC3, for the €5 donation, saying keep going with a great job, guys. Thank you very much, man. 15-minute wait, 5-minute game. I think it was a little more than 5 minutes, though, right? But not much longer. That was an easy game for FoCuS. And as we learned before, Lucifer can no longer choose the map, so it's gonna be Amazonia next. That was a very weird build as well. Early Shade, and then he still dies to the Blade Master. I wonder, is that really worth it? Isn't an early Slaughterhouse better? Don't you rather want to have statues instead of a Shade? I don't know. I actually like fairly early Shades as well. I think they give you a lot of intel, obviously, and can save you some money for dust. But I think getting to statues, getting to Banshees, and getting to the Dark Ranger before is more important. Interesting, to say the very least. By Lucifer didn't work out on the first map. AC. Maybe he can come back. FoCuS, of course, is the favorite here. Lucifer, he has some strong days. But, yeah, he's very off and on. Moon vs. Life played today? Yes! That will be our next series. That might take a while though, because they did stick to the schedule earlier. Alright, next game will be coming up shortly. Do you watch HOTS? Nope, I do not. I was very, very excited for Heroes of the Storm for a short amount of time. And then I played a lot of Arthas. And by a lot of, I mean like 5 games. And then I thought, this is like a lot slower than Dota. And it feels a lot less consequential than Dota. You know what I mean? In Dota, everything you do does something, means something. It's good or bad. Gets you ahead in the game or behind. And in Heroes, and of course my level of play was very, very low in Heroes, but it just, I don't know. It didn't seem very deep, you know? So no, I am not following the Heroes scene. Age of Empires 4 coming out. That's true. When is that? Do they have a release date? I'm obviously gonna buy that. I mean, any RTS fan has to buy Age of Empires. There was a bit of a Age of Empires hype going on a while ago. I don't know, maybe 1.5 years ago, maybe it's longer. Who's that guy called who streams it? I don't know. But yeah, for a while the competitive scene had like a lot of viewers, like up to 5,000, but the hype really died pretty quickly. But I think every one of us played Age of Empires campaign when we were like growing up, and then it became too difficult, and then we typed in, what was the cheat? Who's your daddy? I think that's invulnerable units, right? And then there was the cheat where you got a race car, which was, it had like these butterfly doors, and it opened them up, and then it shot cannons at rapid fire out of the out of the race car. Age of Empires was the shit, man. All right, but Warcraft 3 is even better. And we go into our next game. Oops. FoCuS destroyed Lucifer here, to be honest. In the first game. How's he gonna be able to... Oh. He forgot to make his DK, guys. He forgot to make his DK. Look at this. Okay, to be fair, it's only like 5 seconds maybe. But still. Lucifer, man, come on. Thank you very much, Double Armory, for the sub. Oh, I see a StarCraft fan is finding his way over here. That's pretty cool. I hope you can enjoy some very old school RTS action as well. Well, I guess for you, if you're a StarCraft fan primarily, then this might be a bit of more RPG for you, of course, with the heroes and all that. Blade Master's out, and to make the mistake even more obvious, DK's out a little bit later. What's he gonna creep here? You can creep this with only DK, that's possible. Something that Annette started doing against Human. And it seems like he's gonna do that himself here. He's not gonna attack without a Ziggurat or without an arrow tower. That is really greedy. You can get punished very hard for this. So Lucifer taking the safe route here. Slippers for him. Gonna be useful for the Dark Ranger later, which nowadays is like the pick, I would say, 90 to 95% of the time. We still sometimes see a Pit Lord, but it's so rare nowadays. When 120's claim to fame was breathtakingly observable in the Warcraft scene. He was playing a lot of Pit Lord, but he strayed away from the Pit Lord, and when 120 does something, everyone follows. Aside from WFZ, I guess, who sometimes goes for no Frostworm play against Night Elf, for example. This is a really cool creep route by Lucifer. He's getting so much done and still teching so fast. Let's compare the techs here. The Orc is of course faster. That's always going to happen with a 1 borrow tech. But he's level 2 already. 2 items found. Blade Master here is going to equalize with his own Renegade kill. I think only the Lionhorn here is bad. Everything else... Well, I guess the flute is also pretty bad. The Lionhorn again. If you guys have been watching on Wednesday, and especially on the weekend before with GCS Qualifier, we had so many Lionhorns. It was ridiculous. Some players like it though. I think it's really bad. Maybe he's gonna keep it. And the DK keeps creeping here. Blade Master would love to snipe the next Renegade, but little does he know. Well, actually, he totally knows, because there's a corpse here. Still gonna grab up the Berserker, still gonna creep the rest of the camp, still gonna get level 3 here. I'm pretty sure. But Lucifer's DK is getting pretty close to 3 himself. Tier 2, almost done. Alright, this time he's not supply stuck, by the way. Let's see what he goes for first.
A player's forces are under
SH.
attack.
I knew it! I knew SH was better than a faster tier 3. Alright, Blades level 3, 3 grunts, and the Berserker. Pretty good creeping army here. The SH can creep pretty quickly with all these. Alright, he sold the Lion Horn. Oh, is he gonna be in time to get the big one? No. Coil secures it, and that's the level 3 perfectly on time. Blade Master doesn't want... Oh, he doesn't want to reveal himself. That's surprising. And he doesn't cancel the healing. Oh. Lucifer, man. You only have to pop the dust, attack him once, and then he would have been stuck at like 380 HP. Would have had to go home to his SH, who's still coming out, to wait for the heal self, or buy it himself. A little tiny thing like that can make a big difference. And now he's going for the next Ziggurat, despite the fact that he's available, or that he has the cap for 40 already. Questionable plays. Teching now, when he could have teched before. Ghouls extremely far away from the graveyard. That means his slaughterhouse is going to be very late. I don't want to sound like an asshole, but he's making so many mistakes here. His early game creep route and, in general, beginning build order was very good. But he's making so many unnecessary mistakes here. SH in the meantime took out the first camp. It's almost level 2 for him. And now here is the Lich. And he still doesn't have enough lumber for the slaughterhouse. If the ghouls had been more efficient with their lumber, he would have been way faster. Maybe he wants to open up the forest here, so he sees the zappers coming earlier. And that is a reasonable play, I guess. But there's other ways of dealing with that. Zapper becomes available once daytime hits. Once daytime hits, one ghoul, exactly this, is going to be on the outside here. Alright, Slaughterhouse is finally coming up. Tier 3 halfway done for the Orc. More than halfway done. And the SH kept on creeping. Almost level 3 for him already. Here we go. Zapper abuse. I mentioned this earlier. But the Blade Master sees that this is being scouted for, so he's not even trying for it. And good reaction by Lucifer. Having the DK nearby, he can of course insta-kill the Zapper with a coil. Alright. Little trivia test for you guys. I imagine most of you know this. But I want to see how many of you know. So, tell me, how many hit points do the Goblin Zappers have? I want to see how many of you know. How many hit points, Goblin Zappers? I think most of you knew. Yeah, it's 100 exactly. 100 HP.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh wow, red camp already. In general, this has been a very passive game. Farm fest for the most part. Blade Master, as is pretty much always the case on AZ, didn't get a good inventory. With the ring here, it was actually pretty unlucky. Having trouble here. Killing the granite. Oh, but here come the purges. Is the purge chance lower on the granite golem since he's level 9?
A player's forces are under
I don't know. Oh, Ancient Django would be usually awesome, but is redundant, I guess, once the TC is level 2. But at the moment, he's not yet level 2. We have a Dark Ranger here. He did not save the slippers for the Dark Ranger. Ah, that makes me sad. sold them earlier. Here we go, flanked from the Orc, going for the statue immediately the way it's supposed to be. Calling over onto the Blade Master. Heal Wave will be there though to save him. Silence on the TC, missed! Oh, he silenced the Shadow Hunter. Blade Master dropping very low. Invul popped now for him. Hex coming in against the Fiends as well. Heal Wave will be there in a second. But now the Invul's over. Now the Blade Master has to be careful, and FoCuS doing it very well. Knows when to engage, when to disengage. And his Blade Master took so much damage. In the meantime, he killed almost the entire army. He may lose his TC here, but it's a level 1 hero. Who cares? There's only one Fiend left. Scratch that. There is... Oh, actually saves it. Well done. But come on. Last Fiend finally dies. DK has a lot of mana still to use, honestly. A Hex could perhaps be the kill here. He transfers the Invul. Is there gonna be a Hex? Doesn't have the mana for it. SH is out. One Berserker here will be killed as well, but the DK has to TP out. A critical strike is not quite enough. With a better inventory, that would have been a hero kill. But FoCuS certainly handily wins that fight. And yeah, TC was level 1. Guess what? He's back already. Boom! Cam Ghost Seer. No, Ghost Steer. Alright, Red Camp. Attempt for Lucifer trying to recover in this game. Oh, this could be a nasty jack. And I'm admiring his confidence here, because it's pretty obvious that this is the most predictable and most likely play for the Orc to go next. Blade Master looking for the Invul. It's available! Lucifer, how could you not buy the Invul here? Going for the DK first. He doesn't have Death Pact. We actually have Curse coming out against the Blade Master, and we see quite a few misses here already, but using the Invul, no longer cursed. Didn't that stomp hit him? Anyways, the kill will almost be his. The kill is his. The first hero is dead, just like on AI, and that is the GG once again. And that was an easy 2-0 for FoCuS. And I got a little